you never know who'll be stopping by to say hello. Out here it's real life, no fuss, no show, with Highland cattle and piggies on the go. We got meat, birds, fur babies too. Gardens growing fresh, right in view. I'm baking up love in all that I do, and helping the small folks to see them through. Welcome to the Bronx, where the fun's running wild, with a homestead heart and a country style. We're growing good food and raising some joy, and giving a hand to each girl and boy. So come on by, have a laugh or two at the Bronx. We're waiting just for you. Out in the yard, where the chickens roam, we're building a life that feels like home. From the veggies we grow to the soil we turn, it's a simple life and so much to learn. I'm baking bread, smell the warm, sweet air. Piggies squealing, love's everywhere. We lend a hand to channels that care, because lifting each other is what we share. Welcome to the Bronx, where the fun's running wild, with a homestead heart and a country style. We're growing good food and raising some joy, and giving a hand to each girl and boy. So come on by, have a laugh or two at the Bronx. We're waiting just for you. So come on and join, let's build it together through thick and thin in any weather. We're all in this, let's make it better at the Bronx. It's a life to treasure. Welcome to the Bronx, where the fun's running wild, with a homestead heart and a country style. We're growing good food and raising some joy, and giving a hand to each girl and boy. So come on by, have a laugh or two at the Bronx. We're waiting just for you. Yeah, at the Bronx, we're waiting just for you. Welcome.
It's a great day to be in the sugar shack. Have a few drinks while we boil down the sack. If you're looking for me, I don't know when I'll be back, but you'll find me out at the sugar shack. Spring is here, and those maples are all tapped. We got cold beer, and those buckets are full of sap. So I guess it's maple syrup time again, and you can smell the maple sugar in the wind. And it's a great day to be in the sugar shack. Have a few drinks while we boil down the sack. And if you're looking for me, I don't know when I'll be back, but you find me out at the sugar shack. The gang's all here, and there's still lots of room. Let's get weighed, play that maple sugar tune, and we can boil all day and all night, and pray that the sugar comes out right. And it's a great day to be in the sugar shack. Have a few drinks while we boil down the sack. And if you're looking for me, I don't know when I'll be back, but you find me out at the sugar shack. All right, you know it, let's sing it. And it's a great day to be in the sugar shack. That sounds good. Have a few drinks while we boil down the sack. It's as sweet as maple syrup. If you're looking for me, I don't know when I'll be back. I'm here, but you find me out at the sugar shack. And if you're looking for me, I don't know when I'll be back, but you find me out at the the Sugar Shack. Hey, Jeff, is that getting close?
You'll find me out at the Sugar Shack.
Oh, it smells good, brother.
You'll find me out
I
at
think we
the
better
Sugar
take off our
Shack.
batch. Hey, man, we're waiting on you at the Sugar Shack. It's a great...
Oops. Hello, folks. Well, if you saw the short, they dropped off the telephone pole and they went away. So, woohoo! We'll have it live as long as we can. Now, it is hydro. They're probably, they have to go out and have breakfast as soon as they start. Then they got to drive to where they're going to work. They usually get half hour in. Then they go to lunch. They got to drive to lunch. Can't bring their own. And then they get at least an hour for lunch. Then they drive back to the job. And after they're back at the job, they have an hour. Well, really, it's 20 minutes to work. So, and then they got to start cleaning up. Where did I go wrong? But anyways, hopefully everybody's had an amazing week. If you are going on the trip, you want to stay tuned tomorrow night. Jesse and I are going to be outlining some changes. And some more changes. But there is a scam going around. They're targeting NCL right now. They're calling to say that the price of your flight has gone down. We need updated card information, to which they can somehow manipulate the phone to come up NCL. I guarantee you, they will not call you without calling me first. Or Jesse first. One of the two. Jesse hasn't had the pleasure of meeting yet. But we're not going to speak about today. We are going to have a chat tomorrow night. As to what happened and all that good stuff. Due to foreseen circumstances. We've split relationships. Nobody makes fun of one of my friends. It's funny how a recorded line actually helps. The managers reviewed what I had stated And I should find out later today, but I do believe I did win that case. So I wish him well. That's all I can say. Wish him well. Jane is actually, so this is how we go full round. Okay. I really shouldn't have even done this till tomorrow night. But if somebody calls you before, I didn't want any one of my friends to get scammed. It is, they're calling saying that the airfare has gone down. Update your card information. They take your card information, and one poor lady was scammed out of $20,000. So I don't want that to happen to any one of my friends. So Jesse's probably running errands right now. That's why he's not here, but we've already discussed we were going to unroll everything until literally 5 minutes before I went live. Cruise News Now just updated, and they were saying about this scam, be careful. So heads up, don't give your card information to anybody. They have it. Okay. And if somebody calls you, just don't use my name, because they all know who's organizing it. So all you got to do is say, I need you to contact the organizer first. They're dead in the water. They don't know who's organizing. So, hey, Brenda. But anyways, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, my normal Friday night time, we'll get on, we'll answer questions, we'll tell you where you should be right now. Folks, we have people that haven't even got their passports applied for yet. You cutting it awful close. That gives me anxiety, and it's not me. But you got to make sure there's about 4 things that you should have done already. And Jesse and I'll go over it tomorrow night. And I'm sure there'll be some sarcastic banter, blah, blah, blah. We'll open it up. If you guys want to come up, chit chat, ask questions. Remember, I'm a firm believer there is never a stupid question, because if you've thought of it, somebody else has thought of it. They're just scared to ask it. So if you have a question, write it down, and you get that over to Jesse and I tomorrow night during the live. And if we can't answer it, we'll get a hold of Miss Jane, and Miss Jane will. But anyways, long and where I was headed with that is Terry, who we originally booked with, is family friends with Jane. He's already updated her with the whole thing, what happened. So she's right on speed. And yeah, she's okay. Oh, you got your in 3 weeks ago. Okay, so Brenda, slow down. Speak English. And what you trying to say? You got your passport 3 weeks ago or you applied for your passport 3 weeks ago? I know right now, if you don't, now I'm talking Canada, if you don't have, your passport, you best be getting at it. And I don't know, there's 6, 8, it's about 70-30 split. No, be 60-40 split between US, Canada guests. So I know Jane has checked up on us because she's like, please don't make a horrible video about NCL based off of one person. So she knows we make videos. And I'm like, I cannot dictate to anybody what video they make. But right now, I'm still fighting to get Miss Danny and Mr. Terry to get them in 2 days early. They were refused. They called before the 26th. They were refused to have their I guess they've been refused based off of his feelings. And like I said to Danny, is his feelings paying for rent? Like, is he paying your cruise? Like, you're giving them a significant amount of money to go on a trip. So for them to dictate to you how things are going to be handled is not cool. Okay, Jamie. I know up here we're about 2 months. I'm just trying to think. Kyle got his passport. Yeah, it was just over the 6 weeks. But right now, you could walk up and get a passport in a day because there's just, the tourism has stopped. What was the hotel info? Because I haven't made reservations yet. Of course you haven't, Brenda. I will text you the information after I get off. It's all done online. You just have to click and pay your money, and Bob's your uncle. And we have till, I don't know, 2 days before we go or a week before we go in case something happens. And I know that there is some room right now, but you want to get, that's one of our things for tomorrow night. You want to get booked in ASAP. There is, he wasn't sure if it's 6 or 8 ships. Plus, there's a concert the night before we arrive. So let's just say it's going to be busy. Good Lord, B. You might as well just keep driving all the way to Canada and fly out with us. I think my if they go United, which every time we've booked with them, they've went with United. Our layovers in Chicago. So I want to say, okay. Yeah, so it's about the same. At least a month to 2 months. But yeah, I know I've got. I'm trying to think who I just sent it to somebody. Who did I just send it to? I've been in Oregon and Washington. Head east on Tuesday. Okay, cool. Well, I hope you're enjoying yourself, Brenda, because you deserve it. You've got a few kicks in the shins over the last year. Yeah, I don't know whereabouts I put it, Brenda, but I'll text it to you after I'm done my live. Hey, Karma. Speaking of you wouldn't be, I don't think you're that far from Karma. Or you won't be as you come east. You may already be by her. Oh, there you go. Hey, Johnny. What's going on, bud? Hey. Driving and can't tag, but listening. All right, Johnny, if you want to come up, let me know. Like I said, there's not a whole lot. Okay, I have a new obsession. You guys got to check this out. So I've already got enough of my stuff downstairs. This is the 4th load of stuff that I will give away to people who can't afford produce. So I always do this. Let's see here. How do I change this up? Camera. Back camera. Look at, guys. I've got beans, cucumbers, cherry tomatoes. Well, you can't really see because of the infrared light, but each one of those, can you see? Each one of those cups or little things has three different tomato plants per. I've got 4 or 5 rhubarbs. I've got, the way I look at it is tomatoes are such a useful, you can make spaghetti sauce. You can, they're such a versatile food. And It's all come out of the aquaponics. And I'm trying to grow ginger. And it's actually starting to come up. Who knew I could grow my own ginger? And now my seeds, I've got to get them in the ground maybe today. And there's a lot of this stuff I got to get in the ground, like the cherry tomatoes. They're starting to flower. I got to get them outside. I know I don't need pollination, but it felt like 34 here this morning. Last week it was 80 something. Temperature is up and down. But everything in the cups and half of the stuff in this tray are Roma tomatoes. I have 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 9. I have 12 Roma tomato plants. And then I've got a whole bunch of different, what did I call them? Bush yellow beans or something. I have 2 that are growing very nicely here. And I've got Roma tomatoes over there. I got myself a whole lot of stuff going on. And who knew that if you had worms or my goodness, Miss Ann's gonna she's probably screaming at her phone right now. Hornworms. Plant herbs underneath, and it will end your hornworm issue. I don't believe it, because those little suckers, you can't kill them unless they're processed by a chicken. Rhubarb you can grow in pots in the basement, Scott, in the wintertime. Yeah, you know what? I have one spot outside where nothing's planted. I used to have strawberries. No. Marigolds, I have to look after different things, but herbs. The one lady that I was talking to, and she's a lady with a lot of experience. She said if you put basil right underneath your tomato plant, you will never see a hornworm. I said, well, it's worth a pack of seeds. So I'm going to get a mixture of seeds and plant them underneath the base of each one of my tomato plants that I have to go outside. The ones I have to go outside are roughly this size right here. Oh, pardon me. Why is this? There we go. Yeah, that's a small one, but it's a good start. It's doing what I meant it to do. I meant it to be as that's probably 6 weeks. That one there. So you know what? I am late. You're not late, Wendy. Mm-mm. It's all good. Life goes on. Uh, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get rid of all the tomatoes here. I can't believe the blooms that are growing right now. It's unbelievable that, like, my apple tree, it's only been in the ground a year. It is full of flowers. Now, I'm hoping that the bees come and find it soon. But anyways, it is what it is, and I'm hoping, and I'm gonna make a bee garden that all done in wildflowers. I'm gonna take my whippersnipper and take it right down. I have the mulberry plants that was it mulberry? Whatever Jan sent me, anyways. I was over looking at it yesterday, and it's growing quite nicely. So, even if I can get 30, yeah, even if I can get 30 jars of spaghetti sauce, I like the girls absolutely loved my spaghetti sauce that I made last year, and they want me to. Hey, Jess. They want me to make a whole bunch of it. So I'm primarily only planting. I found a northern variety of watermelon. I am going to pull a trigger and plant a whole bunch of zucchini, and it's going to be a lot of work. And as if you watched my short a little while ago, by the looks of it, they're not going to come back today. So probably be tomorrow now. So they'll put it up, and by the time they flip over circuits, we'll probably be without power for, I don't know. I'll go out on a limb and say 6 hours, and that'll be tomorrow. But it is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. And yeah. So again, recap. Those people who are going on the trip, do not give your information out. They're not going to call and give you money. As much as we'd like them to, tell them to call your organizer first. They're going to say, well, who is that? Right there is a telltale sign that it is the scammer. Okay. They're hitting NCL hard. And that one poor lady that lost her savings to this idiot, you know, I know it's not NCL's issue. It's not them. But what really rots my socks is, that poor lady, that's probably her retirement or supplement to her retirement gone. So if they call about airfare and say that the airfare is now cheaper because of the tariffs with Canada, again, it's a scam. NCL is not going to call and offer you any extra money unless they call Jesse and I first. So, if you want to double check the Facebook page, Glenda, Miss Lisa, they're usually pretty good. I'm usually pretty good about being on top of things there, but I will post I'll post the link in there so you guys can watch the issue. And the only person you are to speak to now that has got all our group's business is the lady below me. And I just think that it's quite ironic that we're coming full circle. Yes, it's not Terry's wife, but her and Terry's wife are good friends. So Terry said we're in very capable hands. She's old school. She's black and white, the same as what Terry was. She's not gonna, she's there to work for the guest. Not, obviously she works for NCL, but her number one priority is the guests. Unlike our fine feathered friend, But anyways, enough of that. I will put the link up if anybody wants to pop in. It's actually been a rather slow week. So, is that going to be your end spot, Brenda, Michigan? Or is that where you're going to hang out for a while? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, and Jesse, I hit the nail on the head. Whenever I said I texted Jen, but she was probably still in bed. She's already replied back to me and said, I meant to get up, but I was sleeping. I knew it. I called it. Because she's up playing all hours of the night with Brenda. Brenda's a bad influence. Just saying. Hey, Karen. Yes, I appreciate that, Linda. Anybody that you normally watch, you're going to want to verify you're still part of their family. And the reason I say that, Chainsaw Smoke No Fire. Hey, 10-4. I'll be there a while, but then to the Carolinas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Tennessee. I don't know, Brenda. You might want to be pulling that down south. Are you ready for the snow? And the cold? I bet you're going to do one winter and go, mm-mm. Even those Oklahoma winters, mm-mm. But anyways, yeah, Jan, her exact words were, I was trying to get there, but slept in. Mm-hmm. So she was up playing last night. Goodness gracious. And you're just the instigator, Brenda. You are. Yes, that's true, Miss Linda. Kentucky got hammered in this last one, like cities flattened, houses leveled, and apparently you drive by, there's beautiful houses, you look the other side, and you look the other side, and yeah, there's no houses. It was barren. It was pretty wild. So hopefully everybody was okay. Jesse, do you still have the email for Hotel Max? I know I can find it, but if you have it handy, if you could send it to Miss Brenda. Hey, Beth, make sure you are in my live tomorrow night. And we're going to talk about what should be done already. Yeah, what should be done already, and if not, should be done, and all that good stuff. Yeah. Oh, I have it here too. I don't know where I put it in such a great place. I can't find it again. Let's try to search under Hotel Max. Oops. Helps if I spell it right. I don't know. But yeah, I know. You know what, Jesse? Triple charger. Got to do what you got to do, man. I don't know how many times we've sent out. Actually, I even believe it's in the Facebook page, Brenda. Just saying. Yeah, I just got to find it. I don't know where. So it's obviously not there. Hot boy. Brenda, you are a pain in the rump Taurus. Just saying. Hotel. Do. Oh, I do believe I found it. Yes, ma'am. I'll try to send this to you this way, Brenda. I don't have your email. This should bring it up. Copy. Give it a try while we're still on here. For some reason, it's not allowing me. The only. Oh, man. You guys, you got to blame this on Brenda. Just a true pain in the rump Taurus. Okay, try that, Brenda. Well, okay, but you got to start not so much yourself. You've cruised before, so you pretty much know where and what is needed. But for the folks that haven't cruised before, they should be checking that at least once a week, especially as we get closer to embarkment time. Oh, yes. Beth, nobody knows that better than me. You know, we thought we had the trip paid off. And then $28,000 later, we got a new furnace. So, we know what you're talking about. But the one thing you got to do is you got to get your passports. Like, you've got to get those ordered. Because, well, you've got about 3-week grace right now. That's about it. But yes, no, I again, I get it. And I was not picking on you. There's, you know, just there's stuff that you should be picking up every pay now so that it's not going to cost you $200 or $300 in, you know, this weekend I showed Glenda what Debbie uses um, for absolutely, Miss Linda. Amen. Life would not be life if the good Lord didn't send us all curveballs every now and again. G'day, Backlash. Um, yep. Well, and that's why I couldn't do any of the meetups this year. 2 meetups would have paid for my entire trip. So it is what it is. In fact, Neil's on his way home, and we are going to find out what we need to do that. Oh, okay. I sent it to. I already sent it to Brenda. She's read it, so I believe she's in. I'm not 100% sure, but Brenda's not talking, so you know she's got to be busy. Oh, yeah. I don't know how much yours cost. I think it's the same as ours. Kyle for a 10-year was 160. Yeah, I think that's what his where it was 160, and it's a 10-year one. But anyways, again, we will go over all the trip stuff. I wasn't even going to say anything until I saw the cruise news, and they said be careful if you're going on NCL, and I'm like, oh no, we can't have any one of our people get scammed. Not on my watch. So all you got to do is just let them know to call the organizer. They have no idea who the organizer is. And if they question who it is, say you have that paperwork, because they do. Lisa knows what's going on with me. Miss Linda, yes, we chatted about that yesterday. So, yeah, both reasons. So you look after your health, you get yourself tip-top shape. It's not going to be our last one. I need to call and see about changing. Not going to happen now, Brenda. It's going to cost you extra to change your flights now. That's why I said everything had to be changed by the 26th. You can try to call Jane on Monday. That's when she's going to be ready to help all our guests is on Monday. But I'm telling you, you're going to pay extra. That's what I'm fighting right now, is to try to get Danny. And Danny requested before the 26th of April, but was refused to change her request. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to tell you that they can't. Yeah. Unfortunately, you know, holy rattling, Miss Ann. I've been all over North Carolina. Point out all the cute women. And that doesn't mean putting the phone on Miss Ann. But, yes, if you guys see Christine and Johnny, don't forget to go to their live at 5 p.m. Central, I think, 6 p.m. Eastern, or maybe vice versa. I don't know. Because it's their anniversary. A big whole 26 years. Johnny, you deserve a medal. Pretty much like me. Yep. Just saying. Now, you did notice that I said it whenever both our wives weren't around. Just saying. So, yeah, Brenda, I honestly, Jane, if Jane can do anything, Jane will. Again, we should have been, any time that I've ever went with any other cruise line, any other cruise consultant, they always let you know a week before. Jesse and I tried to let everybody know that we were down to a week. And all what I kept getting was, oh, we've got lots of time. I heard that for 8 months. I still have not got what I requested 8 months ago. But again, Jane is on top of it. Jane is going to try to fix it today, possibly tomorrow. But she's got, I think she said she has 2 groups going out on the weekend. So she asked if Monday was okay. So I was absolutely, we've waited this long. It's not like it was ever going to get done, And yeah, she apologized to the group no less than 50 times. And whenever I explained to the one lady that I talked to first, what was her name? Kelly. Absolute, just, really, really nice lady. She gasped. Like, she was set back at what happened. And she, honestly, all day yesterday, with the exception of chatting with Jesse once and Lisa, or Jesse and Lisa once, and Glenda and Sir Grace a few times, I was on the phone with NCL all day. Thank God I got free international calling, because it would have cost me a fortune. And I don't know, it was, I even forget, I think it was after supper whenever I called Jesse, and I had just got off the phone with confirmation that Jane was our new person, and only to deal with her. So I'm like, yeah, all right. Cool. What are we having for lunch, Miss Ann? And my goodness, it's like 1:00, because you're on that eastern part of the clock with me. But yeah, I honestly, Brenda, I don't even know how much it would cost you to do that change. Could be as simple as $50. I don't know. Could be as much as $10,000. I don't know. If I had to shoot in the dark, I'd say it's probably about $150. So, the reason, though, the main reason why we're going in early is very simple. We're coming 3 time zones over. So that's going to mean I'm going to be cranky. I'm going to need lots of coffee. And maybe I'll have to make myself a shirt. Do not provoke the bear. Coffee is still needed. I may just have to come up with something like that. What was I going to say? Miss Ann, it's not a big deal. I was supposed to be cutting grass yesterday. It's pouring rain today. I might catch some flack whenever somebody gets home because my blue job wasn't done. She's a slave driver, much like Miss Lisa is with poor Jessie. I'm telling you what, it's tough being us. Yep. Just saying. Hey, Troy. What's going on, brother? Oh, I always know that she's around. I can get away without Christine being here, my wife being here, but no, Miss Lisa, she's always lurking. And now you see what I'm talking about, poor Jessie. Remember this cup, Miss Lisa? It's kind of all the Oregon stuff fell off of it, but man, this is my favorite cup. It's thick. My goodness, I won that whenever Miss Lisa and Jesse were on the way home. Whew. I'm going to have to say not last Christmas, but the Christmas before. Oh my God, just wait till the cruise. Miss Lisa, tie a orange thing around our bottoms. We don't need PETA being called. They'll harpoon us or something. Just throw us something floaty and a drink. Speaking of Alaska, g'day, brother Rob. I've been secretly or quietly watching. I can't believe some of the snow that you guys still have. Goodness gracious. Oh, Brenda, you've seen it. He gets beat. Oh, it's horrible. Almost brings a tear to my eye. Yes. Yes, no, I should have premised that with up north, but friends of mine that were supposed to come on our trip but never got called back, they booked with Celebrity and they were just up there last week. They had a fantastic time. They said it was it was still cold. There was a lot of icebergs still floating down. And I'm like, cool. So I know, Jesse. We know where to, you know what, Jesse? We're going to know where to find Miss Lisa and Miss Brenda. They're going to be sitting in the corner on one of them old slot machines. And Jesse, I'm going to have to talk to you. Roulette table. I found it's a 91% chance that you'll win every single time. So we'll go half and we'll prove their theory. I was actually watching that this morning. Well, Miss Brenda, Miss Lisa don't smoke. She ain't gonna go in the smoking area. Now, hopefully the Encore being a new ship or newer ship, the ventilation's better. I did, being a reformed smoker, I found it very disturbing. I'd go in and after dinner, Debbie and I, stop by the casino. And I found it rather like whenever I got up to the room, my clothes smelled like smoke. It was that bad. So I'm hoping that worst comes to worst, you can always go to the non-smoking and they're separated. But what I'm hoping is that there's absolutely no issues with ventilation, because the one ship I was on was a 2010, I think, was the breakaway, and I didn't find the ventilation over the entire ship very good. It needed to go in for breakaway and getaway. If they're, they're sister ships, definitely the breakaway needs to go to a shipyard and come out of the water and get a refurbishment. On Norwegian Cruise Line NCL ships, the casino is a non-smoking area. Smoking's allowed in selected indoor, outdoor. They just switched that because it was. That's why there was so many people. It was like stinking hot in the Caribbean. So people would want to go outside. They'd go to the casino and have their dart and then go up to the rooms. So I'm glad to see that. I'm woohoo. But I am going to double check on that. Because, like I said, back whenever Jesse, actually, the last time Jesse and I and Lisa and Debbie were together, we were going on the breakaway. And I know you could smoke in the casino there. They had actually 2 casinos, a non-smoking and a smoking casino. So, Why is that not showing? Oh, Miss Linda, if you've not had bison burger, and I'm sure you have, you've probably had it made every way possible. But bison, expensive, but it is good. On all our ships, active casino players may smoke. Okay, there we go. So, on all our ships, active casino players. So, as long as you're putting a quarter in the machine, you can be having a dart. You just can't sit there and smoke the entire time. And that's how people get away with it, is they go to the minimum bet and they do it that way. But yes, bison burgers. Oh, I love them. On all other ships, yeah, okay. Sorry, Jess, I didn't read that one. I just read the one below it. So yeah, there's inside smoking. Because they did try to take it away, but then somebody challenged it, that it was against their rights. And yeah, a whole bunch of people threatened not to go with NCL, and all I can say is, if the ventilation is horrible, I'm going to go to the high rollers. Not that I'm going to play the high roller. That's something to watch. There's some ships that won't even let you in unless you show them that you have at least, I think it's 10 or 20,000 to play. Not this kid. That's not me. Hey, Mike. Yeah. On deck 8 port side. So it's usually, if I'm not mistaken, there's usually a bar right there. That way there you can have a drink and a smoke at the same time. Hey, Chicken Little.
Hello.
How's work?
Boring.
Good to hear. Okay, Miss Brenda, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, or rewatch it. And if you have any questions, send Jesse and I a message or shoot me a text, and I will ask it on your behalf or just as an anonymous question. And that way there we can yeah. Amen, Beth. But you want to see these guys. Like, there's glass windows. You can watch from the outside. But like $1,000 chips are flying. It's like, wow. And I think they, if I'm not mistaken, they pay out to 10 grand and then you get a check. And that's just for safety. Yes, there's lock boxes in every room. But, yeah, you don't want to advertise that you just hit a big jackpot and, give them Jesse's room. Oh, no, that'd be mean to Miss Lisa. I know. You contact me, I'll give you a room.
They can e-transfer it to me. I'll keep it safe.
Mm-hmm. But, all right, Miss Brenda, you stay safe. But, again, guys, I'm going to knock off for the day. Go see how bad it is outside.
It's just misty.
Oh, it is still raining though?
It's just misty though.
Yeah, but it's going to clog up the lawn tractor.
Oh, yes.
I knew I should have done it yesterday, but everybody said, no. My son said, no, Dad, I'll do it tomorrow. Well, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. No, only supposed to get a little bit. I'm going to have to get one of the guys to come and bail it very soon. But anyways, guys, you guys have a magnificent day. And honestly, keep procrastinating for the entire day. I know I should have, Miss Lisa, but I was or Miss Linda, but I was on the phone. And I wasn't talking to E.T. But anyways, I do believe it's time for a couple sausages. Ooh. Good old Costco sausages. Now that does sound like a good lunch to me. Yes. Okay. I keep forgetting about Miss Karma. Miss Karma does her premiere at 3 o'clock Eastern. She talks about 1 o'clock Mountain Time. Oh my God, that would just confuse. We can't keep Eastern and Central straight and Atlantic. Can you imagine throwing in Mountain Time in there? Ooh, wait. Then you got Pacific Time. And then you got Alaska Time. Whew. Let's see. Take care, all. Need to hit the trail to see if we have any bears. Well, if you do have any bears, I know what you're going to have for a snack later on. Yes, Miss Ann. Don't forget, bring your questions tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. But today, you've got Miss Carmen at 3, Johnny and Christine at 5. I don't know if Christine will be home, but make sure, wish them a happy anniversary. And then you got White Rock. Then you got Dale and Nana. You've got My While Home in there. Yeah, plus you've got the Blands. Guys, honestly, if you have not been in Eric and Monica's live, you have to go. Monica is the boss. Eric thinks he's the boss. And Jesse and I might poke at poor Eric every now and again. We like to think, or we like to make him think he's the boss man. Sorry, Eric, if there's a chance you ever rewatch this. Don't know what to tell you, brother, other than you're not the boss man. Anyways, toodles, guys.